Imagine thinking all your life that you knew who your father was, and one day, that idea being ripped away from you. As for today's topic, that's pretty much what we're tackling. Today we're watching a show called Paternity Court. There is a guy and her ex-partner, and she is trying to prove that he is not the father to their daughter. What I do know is apparently he drives a lot to see her, and he pays child support and all that. So I mean, as a father, whether he is the real one or not, he's ticking the boxes. So I don't know what the situation is. All right, and before we start, I had to look at some of these comments, and it's gonna justify why I'm dogging on the mother a lot. I mean, look at this. With comments like, poor kid, I hope she doesn't grow up and be anything like her mother. The fact that she's mad that he was cheating throughout the relationship and she's actually pregnant from someone else. Oh, jeez. Okay, all right. Strap in, folks. Let's get it.
Ms. Miller, you're here to prove to your ex-boyfriend, Scotty Rasmussen, that he is not the father of your 3-year-old daughter, Zaylee Rasmussen.
Why wait till she's 3 years old to sort this out? I mean, I'm sure they've been trying to sort it out for a while now, but really now that she's 3 and she's got a little bit of cognitive thinking, she probably knows what's going on. This seems like a lose-lose situation to me for the woman, because if they find out that this guy's not the father, she ain't getting no child support, and she's not gonna have no father figure, because where's the other dude that knocked her up, you know, like, what?
Mr. Rasmussen, you claim the real reason Ms. Miller is denying your Zaylee's father is because she hates you.
Huh, petty energy, huh? All right, tell her to keep that energy, because it's gonna come right back at her soon. I can feel it.
You've been there for your daughter her entire life.
She just doesn't want me to have visitation. I drive 160 miles every other weekend just to pick up my daughter and drop her off.
Jeez, 160 miles. That's like, what is that, like 250 to 260 kilometers? We're talking about close to 3 hours of driving there and back. I mean, that's dedication. The fact that he was saying that he thinks she's trying to prove that he's not the father because of pure hatred, and she's just nodding her head and looking disapproved while having a bit of a smirk and smile. I can tell she got that energy that she ready to fight. She ready to talk back. She that type of girl. She got that pity energy, like I said.
She doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't have any way to bring her to me. She doesn't have any way to meet me halfway.
Kinda useless ass, don't got no driver's license. Girl, yeah, sort your life out.
At the end of the relationship, when things got rocky, I'll admit it, I did go to another woman.
Is that true, Ms. Miller?
No.
It's not.
No.
Nah, it's not true. He didn't cheat on me. No. I just cheated on him. If he's not the father, that means you slept with someone else too, right? So you cheat. Look, I'll keep that same energy, baby girl. Come on, what's going on? Like, yeah, maybe y'all weren't together at the time, but even if you guys weren't together, then why are you stringing him along? Why are you making him believe that initially he was the father? I mean, for crying out loud, man, she got his last name. What are you doing to the man?
I believe that the only reason why he wants the visitation is to claim her on his taxes.
I want my visitation because my daughter means the world to me. I want to be in her life as much as I possibly can.
That seemed hella genuine to me. I think he's telling the truth. He wants to be in his daughter's life as much as possible. Even if it was to claim tax, bruh, he ain't gonna get much off of that. If anything, it's just gonna pay off his gas for his travels, because he's driving a damn lot. You know, I don't think money is the issue.
If he's driving 160 miles each way every other weekend, the money he would get in his taxes, he's spending in gas.
I'm paying my child support. I have my child support payments right here.
Boom. He even got receipts, baby. Money ain't no issue. You can see the guilt in her face. Oh, God, he bought the receipts. He bought the... Oh, no. Everyone's gonna know how much money he's been giving me, and I haven't been spending any of it on my daughter.
You pay $50 a week.
And that's not very much to get what she needs.
Is it enough to buy her clothes so she doesn't have to wear cut-off sweatpants and the same t-shirt every time I pick her up?
My man does not miss a beat. Like, yeah, it isn't that much, but it isn't entirely up to him to be the sole provider for his daughter. You know, you gotta pull your weight too. You know, we all gotta be doing our best even if you're not together. You should be putting in the remaining amount of money needed to take care of her. And now he's saying that she always pulls up in some cut-up sweats or slacks, whatever the fuck she is wearing. Why is that? Why doesn't she have new clothes and shit? What's going on? Huh?
I do that because I don't want...
Is it enough?
Bah, bitch! Come on, man. She didn't even know what to say. She out here like, well, cause it's like if you just like the money, it is what it is. Guilty. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. Straight up.
She was conceived in March of 2011. He wasn't even in the same state. He was in Vegas.
He was in Vegas. He was popping bottles, fucking bitches, hanging out with the rappers and whatnot out in Vegas. Vegas.
Some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father. He is paying child support, driving 160 miles each way, and she has his last name.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys aren't together. So then if you had a baby, then why would you even let him know that he could potentially be the father? Obviously, A, you guys might have done the nasty a little bit earlier, or B, you were trying to get some money out of him, trying to force him to be the father. I don't know. I don't know. But like, what other reason would you have? You're clearly with someone else. So if you were with someone else, then ask that dude to be the father. But hey, guess what? He's not around. So, and now that she's 3 years into her life, now you're trying to ruin the man's life and cut him out?
And she gave some date, I can't remember the specifics, did the math, and it turns out that would be a 10-month pregnancy. That don't make sense to me.
Because it was so long ago, I was confused about the dates, but now that I went through both of our Facebooks, I went through all of my notes, all of anything that I wrote down, and I figured out that she was conceived in March, and it was a 9-month pregnancy.
Hey, she's just pulling shit out of her ass. I want to know, did you even come prepared to this court case? Because it seems like, his name again? Scotty fussing on the situation. Seems to have all his receipts, everything he needs to say ready to go. You know what that tells me? It tells me that he's prepared, that he wants to be with his daughter, that he's dedicated to her. You don't know shit. I looked through Facebook. I looked through your notes. I saw he liked some other girls' photos as well. I was with this guy in March, therefore, yeah, you're not the father. Show at least some care.
I was at my job. I got a phone call and I answered it. They said she was going into labor, and I drove about 45 miles through a winded, wooded road, so there's about a foot of snow on the ground. I beat her to the hospital. I got to take some days off. I don't care if you fire me or whatever.
If that was a legit story, god damn, my man put in work. He got there before her. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. If that is legit what happened, he risked his job. He risked his life, you know, being in windy woods with snow. He just hooned it there because he needed to be there for his potential daughter.
That was an amazing story. You say that was a lie?
Yes, it is.
How do you remember it?
After she was born, he was gone. He ran out of the room. I didn't see him. He was sitting on his computer in the corner, not paying attention to me, in his own little bubble.
Oh my god. Dude, this has nothing to do with the fact that you called him out as a lie, okay? If you say he was lying about the story, then you need to tell the part that you think was a lie, because everything else still adds up. You're trying to tell me that he was not giving you any attention during the labor, or he left after the birth. Okay, yeah, maybe he did those things, but it's got nothing to do with the earlier portion of the story where you said he lied. Do you know how to argue? Come on. Oh my god.
Did he beat you to the hospital?
Yes, because I had to wait for my aunt to come get me.
I don't know. Like, maybe she could be telling the truth. Maybe he was having an off day, but the fact that he was there before her, things just don't add up here.
You let him sign the birth certificate.
Because we were engaged. And I thought we were going to get married and raise our daughter together. 3 months after she was born, one of his friends told me everything that he was doing throughout our entire relationship, cheating on me.
First of all, old Scotty Raffafusen's friends is the one who snitched on him? Now I'm thinking this dude's a bit of a ratbag. 3 months into having a child? I think that's something you should say before the child has even, you know, been born. It feels like there isn't any relevance, because at the end of the day, even if he had done all those things and been cheating and whatnot, yeah, you two should split up, but she should still have a father figure in her life.
Where's this other possible father?
After we broke up, he changed his number.
Mr. Rasmussen cheated. He did this, he did that. And as wrong as that may be, you also slept with somebody else.
We weren't even dating then.
This man is continuing to step up to the plate, but you know deep down there's another possible father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why wait so long to tell him?
At the end of the day, if the man is dedicated, let him show his dedication by taking care of your daughter.
Even
DNA
before
test?
you tell anybody in court. What about just telling him?
Facts, man. She is just lacking in communication. She's saying they were engaged at the time. It would only be possible for her to conceive a child with another man while they were together then, because they broke up afterwards. And now you're trying to prove that he's not the father. But that means before, yes, he may have been cheating, but so were you.
The more she grew up, the more I started noticing more of her features, the more she started looking like the other guy.
She looks exactly like I did when I was 3 years old. I have a picture of me when I was 3, and
my guy does not miss a beat. I'm telling you, he's so dedicated. I hope he's the father. Like, oh, actually, I don't know now, because I think he'd be better off without this lady in his life. But he's coming with baby photos of himself to prove that he looks like her. And then this lady's saying like, oh yeah, the more she grows up, the features they look more like the other guy. Okay, where's your photos of the other guy? Where's your proof? Show me. Show me the photos. Who is the other guy as well? There's no name mentioned. He's not even present at this court. Yeah, maybe he was a one-night fling, but that's even worse, isn't it? That shows your character. At least like with this guy, he's going. he's going to get into another commitment. You just out here with them one nights, huh?
He would just sign her over to me that he wouldn't have to pay child support anymore.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give up that easy. I'm fighting for what I know is mine.
He's not giving up. He wants to be the father. And it's because he firmly believes it. And I guess who instilled that idea into his head? Probably you, right? And you've been accepting this payment, even though you say, look, if you just say you're not the father, then I won't take your money. But you willingly take his money anyway. And as you can see, he's not getting the right care, despite receiving this money. One is going,
How is your relationship with Zaylee?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Every time I get her, I try to make the best I can out of it. Every little memory at that age, means more than anybody can possibly fathom.
Outside of performing the acts of infidelity within their relationship, it seems like he is very much a stand-up guy in terms of being a father. It's exactly what he said. The memories that are formed at that age are very important because it shapes the way the child will think for the rest of her life, or at least a large portion of her life. Already, it's very dysfunctional. The fact that she has to go back and forth between the mother and father just doesn't make sense as to why she's going through all this effort, unless she really wanted to find this other guy.
If this child is my biological child or if she isn't, have you thought about both alternatives?
In a sense, yes. If it goes the other way, I don't think if I had all the time in the world, I don't think I'd be able to prepare myself for just how devastating that would be to not only me, but my entire family.
You can see the pain in his eyes too. And what he says is true. Like, it's not just affecting him, but it affects his family. This is his parents' potential granddaughter. This is like 3 years of the child's life that was poured into this man's soul. I'm not saying it's a waste of 3 years in time, but it could have been spent doing something that could improve his lifestyle and his livelihood. And it pains me to hear all this, because it really does seem like he tried very hard in those 3 years to prove that he is a good father. Maybe not a good partner, but a good father.
Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller.
Be respectful.
I'm sorry.
Miss Miller.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck did I just watch? Are you serious? They're like two polar opposites between old Rasmussen. So I still can't get the name right. And damn, I already forgot her name. Let's just call her Becky. She looked like a Becky. Did you see that difference? You could see how surprised he was dead set on the idea that he was the father. And all she cares about is that she was right. So right that she, in a courtroom, exclaimed to the heavens and cheered. Cheered that what? That you ain't gonna get no child support? That your daughter ain't gonna have no father figure? Becky, calm yourself.
That's a lot of nerve, considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
You just showed me where your priorities were right there.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That doesn't even seem like a sincere apology. That's like when you're a kid and you get snapped staying awake and your parents about to give you the worst hiding ever and you're just like, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was just me in my childhood then, all right?
Because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. What you cheering for?
I'm not.
No, you were. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't know. And you know he don't want nothing to do with you.
Everything she is saying is 100% accurate. It's exactly literally what I was just saying before. What's getting you so excited? What are you celebrating for? And she out here lying too. She said, no, I'm not cheering. Yeah, you are. See, this is what I mean. She got a mental maturity of a child.
Every action you take from this point will write the story that you will later have to tell her. I wish you the best of luck. We have counseling for you. Court is adjourned.
Man. I tried to do my research. I couldn't find anything really at this stage. What I did find out though is apparently you get a flat rate of $50 cash at the end of each taping, which consists of approximately 5 to 6 hours of filming. That's like $10 an hour for being on TV and being ruined emotionally. Overall, this is just sad. Like, I'm not saying the guy is always right in every situation. There's context and history that we don't know of. But from what I gathered just from the video, you can tell a lot through emotion, body language, and how they deliver themselves and deliver the words they speak. And it's very clear that the mother is not fit to be the mother to this daughter. I say time heals all wounds, but if you're at this court case and you're still complaining about things like he cheated, this, that, I'm not saying it takes 3 years to get over something like that, but when you have a child, you can hold a little bit of hatred, a little bit of pettiness. That's fine. But don't let that show when you're trying to be a mother or when you're trying to be a father or whatever. I don't know, man. This is just ugly. If you want to be a single mother, a strong single mother, be the father figure, be the mother figure, that's cool. That's all right. You know, all power to you, but make some proactive choices and do so. Do that. Be that figure. Otherwise, you're not setting up a good foundation for her. But yeah, once again, always a little something different on the channel, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and also subscribe for more content if this is something you enjoyed. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Much love as always. Thank you for gracing me with your time. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm LV. Stay safe, guys. Peace. To the bar, take her home, she take me to the bedroom. She said she gone, freshen up, just make yourself comfortable. Kick my feet up.